Hi everyone. St. Mary Euphrasia said, "Your hearts should be filled with joy and gratitude." But how can we stay grateful when our days are long and hard and stressful? And frankly, sometimes we just don't want to. In this video, we'll talk about some things that St. Mary Euphrasia said about gratitude and some people that she was grateful for. And we'll talk about the difference that it can make in our lives too. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, thanks for coming back for Good Shepherd Mission Effectiveness. Hey, one little housekeeping item. In my intro video, I said that I would be posting on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Well, guess what? Turns out starting a new YouTube channel has a little bit of a learning curve. And so I'm playing with some things like video editing and content. And so I would ask your patience and forgiveness because rather than posting every Tuesday and Thursday, I've decided for now, as I figure this out, just to do one video a week. Okay, so I'll keep you updated on that. I would like for the goal to still be able to post twice a week, but for now, just as I'm learning, I beg your mercy, and we'll just do one a week. So I said in the last video we would be talking about doing hard things and getting through hard times. And I'll tell you what, that idea just really gut punched me this week. And I had to change courses just a little bit. And so I've decided to talk about gratitude this week instead. Now here's the thing about gratitude, is that getting through hard times is still related to gratitude, and it has to do with resilience. If there's one thing I know about Good Shepherds and Good Shepherd work, it's that we require a lot of resilience, and really even just as people in our own lives. The great thing about resilience is that it's something that's taught and something that's practiced. It's not that some people are born with all this resilience and other people are not and just can't get through everything. It's something we can practice. And one way to develop resilience to get through the hard times is to practice gratitude. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Mary Euphrasia gave us constant examples of gratitude. And she was consistently and continually thanking her sisters, her benefactors, people in the city, people who helped her do the work, God, everybody. She was always, always thankful. One thing that she said that I just love is that you have a heart created to love and to be grateful. That's the way that we were made. We weren't made to be grumpy and down all the time and not to appreciate the good things in our lives. And like I said, it is something that can be practiced. There's also a connection between gratitude and joy. And that's something that I want to really pause on for just a minute, because Mary Euphrasia also said, did you hear my cats? She said, never be ungrateful or you will cease to be happy. And so I think about that. Never be ungrateful or you will cease to be happy. That's the thing. Gratitude comes before joy. It comes before joy. We don't have to be grateful only when everything is going right and everything is going good. We can be grateful anytime, and we can practice that anytime. And I'll tell you why it gut punched me a little bit this week. Everything was going fine. We have had 2 weeks, a little over now, 2 weeks of having no school, of being quarantined. And on Sunday, I thought, well, this isn't too bad. I can get through this. And then on Monday, it all just hit me. I don't know what happened. Nothing happened. Everything happened. And I suddenly felt like I couldn't do anything. And so what do you do in those moments when things are really dark and they feel a little bit hopeless? Well, gratitude and joy are kind of like little twinkle lights in the darkness. Brené Brown describes it that way in one of her books. She's an author and a researcher, and that's what she said, that joy and gratitude doesn't come in big floodlights most of the time. If it did, we wouldn't be able to stand it. But it's like twinkle lights in the dark. They come in little moments, and often tiny everyday moments. And when we can practice seeing those and being grateful for those, Our life will be enhanced. We'll find joy where we didn't know it was before. So a couple moments, everyday moments, which is where we have to find them lately in these days of pandemic when we're in shutdown. We can't leave our homes except for essential activities. We have to find joy and we have to find gratitude in those everyday moments. So where I live in Illinois, we can leave our houses to go grocery shopping, to go to the pharmacy, and thankfully to take walks outside. So about a block away from my house is a park. There's a little lake and a little walking trail, and Joshua and I go walking there almost every day when the weather is nice, sometimes twice a day, because we just have to get outside. Well, one of the little moments that I noticed when I was feeling particularly bad at the beginning of this week was that Joshua's friend has some grandparents that live right on the lake on the little trail where we walk. And almost every morning when we're out there, his friend's grandma will come running out the door onto her porch to wave at us and to say, "Hi, how are you doing?" It was such a sweet, sweet thing, because I'm noticing now that people during this time, they don't seem to be looking at each other with fear, but with more smiles, with more waves, with more intentionality of seeing each other and noticing, hey, we're here and we're in this together. So Joshua's friend's grandma really showed that to me this week, and I was just so grateful to see her. Some other ways that we can practice gratitude, we'll talk a little more about this later, but you may have noticed this little cage and this little note thing right back here. So my friend's sister Barbara gave me this idea. She does this in her community. Every Sunday, Joshua and I at dinner, we sit at the table after we're done eating and we write down little notes of things that we're grateful for from the week. And then we put them in our gratitude cage right here. And so the idea is that for the entire year, we write down things that we're grateful for in our week. And then at the end of the year, we'll be able to review and see all of the good things that we were grateful for. So collecting a whole year of gratitude. And this has become a really important practice for us because we have to notice little things. And I tell you, sometimes on dark days, the only thing that I can come up with is, dear God, I'm so thankful for my cup of coffee this morning, or I'm so thankful for my bed. I'm so thankful that Joshua and I have food to eat. Sometimes that's it. But you know what? That's enough. That's enough. Mary Euphrasia said, thankfulness gives birth to great and noble thoughts. Ingratitude is abominable. I fear it more than anything. She also said, you may know this one, gratitude is the memory of the heart. That is the simplest definition of the word. A heart which cannot recall, which cannot cherish a memory, is a mean heart. There's a practice that comes from a form of spirituality, I think it was the Ignatians, where at the end of the day, they review their day. And I want to encourage you, just if you're starting out in a practice, to do something similar when your day is over and you're laying in bed, maybe before you go to bed. Just review your day and think about the things that went well. Think about the things you can be grateful for and see what a difference that makes. So we said that gratitude comes with practice. It's something that you can develop, and the more you do it, the easier it is. Now there's an expression and it says, have an attitude of gratitude. And that's a start, because your attitude is the way you think about something. It's the way your mind is oriented. But that doesn't necessarily translate to behavior, right? So a couple other ways that we can practice gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal. It doesn't have to be anything special. It can be something special, but it doesn't have to be. It can be just a piece of paper or a notebook. And keep a journal. Maybe just jot down 3 things every morning. Jot down 3 things every night, 5 things, whatever, as many as you can think of. It doesn't have to be big. You could do little notes like Joshua and I do. You can read gratitude meditations, gratitude prayers. There's a lot of meditation apps out there right now, and some of them are free, a lot of them are free. And you can go to some of those if you need a little bit of help with some gratitude meditations or prayers. You can find them on YouTube too. You can read gratitude poems to yourself. Sometimes for me, I don't know what it is that I want to say, but just reading the words of somebody else can help me and will resonate with what I've got going on inside too. You can even create gratitude art. Get some watercolors, get some clay, do something, take some pictures, right? Those are all wonderful creative ways of expressing gratitude, of feeling gratitude. And finally, just notice things that are happening in your everyday life. I've got a couple quotes from Mary Euphrasia that I want to read to you. St. Paul said to the early faithful, "You are children of saints." St. Francis Borgia, third superior general of the Company of Jesus, said the same thing to the sons of St. Ignatius. And I, my dear daughters, I tell you that you are children of miracles. Oh yes, our very existence is a series of miracles. Only God could have maintained us and made us prosper. There are so many miraculous happenings that they could go unnoticed. You admire what you hear about other convents or other religious orders, but you don't think about the things which closely concern you. I find them as miraculous as anything I have read or heard of. You are children of miracles. I tell you, one of the really fun and interesting things about having traveled to a lot of our programs in Mid-North America and getting to share and talk about what some of the other agencies do, what our International Congregation of Good Shepherd does, is people always say, "Oh wow, what they do is so amazing." But we always forget about what we do is amazing too, what you do. I'm thinking about my friends at Vista Maria in Detroit, and I'm thinking about my friends at Maryhurst in Louisville, and it is nothing short of miraculous. All of you guys, no matter where you are doing miraculous work, and it sometimes goes unnoticed. It goes unnoticed by you or by your coworkers. And so what if we took just a little bit of time to notice what the miracles are? I can think of a bunch just right off the top of my head. That you are showing up to work every day. Maybe not every day, but as often as you can, you're showing up to work. You're showing joy and compassion and love to children and to families. That's a miracle. That you're treating your coworkers with respect and that you communicate courageously when you've got a conflict. That's a miracle. So keep it up, shepherds. I'm really proud of you. I think about you and admire you all the time. And so I will say with Mary Euphrasia that you are children of miracles. And so just remember that and notice that in each other. Maybe tell one of your coworkers that today too. All right, guys, I don't know what the video is going to be about next week. I'll see how this weekend goes. Thanks again for your patience. Just as I know we're filming this in my house, I think my cat jumped up behind me. They may have gotten in a little fight during the video. So just again, thanks for your patience as we see these little signs of life. I'm delighted to have you in my home. I really am. So remember to contact me if you'd like. There's a phone number and an email address in the description. You can leave a text, a voicemail, or a video. You can email me. Let me know how things are going. If you've seen your own miracles this week, some gratitude in little everyday ways, let me know. I'd love to hear it. Love to share it with you guys too. So, all right, we'll come back. Remember to subscribe to this channel and set the notifications if you'd like to know when a new video is posted. Like I said before, I don't want to bombard your email with a bunch of things every time a new video comes out. So set that notification button. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you want to. Okay? All right, guys. We'll see you next time.